So this is where life began for me. I was born in East London, Forest Gate Hospital, and then spent a little bit of time in Manor Park, and then a short spell over in Cholton, and then finally ended up in Thamesview Estate, where I went to infant school until I was 7. So I lived in Dagenham from the age of 7 up until about 20, and I went to primary school and a secondary school here. Spent the later part of my childhood here, and this is where I was introduced to jungle music. My next door neighbour, who actually lived there, he's not there anymore, but he introduced me to it. He's a few years older than me. He used to get on the microphone and make me mix his records. My house is back over in the left-hand corner over there, and I've just revisited this place today. It was 25 years ago that I started mixing in the studio. It's like a detached building in the back garden, and it is still there now. At 14 years old, I started working at my local record shop, which was called Boogie Times in Romford, and that is where I met Eastman, the owner of Cool FM and Jungle Fever. He used to come down and put flyers in the shop, also collect tape packs and ticket money and stuff like that. That's when I handed him a demo tape when I was 15 years old. About 6 months later, I got a call while I was in the shop asking me if I fancied coming down to Cool FM to do a one-off special show, back to back with Chrissy Chris, which I did alongside MC Riddler and IC3. The show got such a good response that he invited us back to do a weekly show every Sunday from 5 till 7. The Cool FM show started getting so popular that A-list MCs would be coming down week in, week out. The likes of Shabba, Skibbity, Det, Fearless, IC3, Riddler, Funstar, and the list goes on.
Hey man, I'm Tornado, Shabba, I'm in the area, Skibber is in the era, Riddler, yes, is in the era, Logan, you're taking over, when the man makes the power, hey man, I'm Tornado, I'm on the pack, man, the skin, the bomb, the ganja, Selector, Selector, Selector.
Change my life, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life, my life.
So from the show, lots of bookings started coming in. So from 99 all the way until 2004, I was probably going up and down the country and even over Europe for like 50 quid a show, just getting my name out there. And then around 2004-ish, the novelty started wearing off of, you know, new up and coming DJ. I'd been doing it 5 years now. So something else had to come into the picture. I had to bring something else to the table. In come the birth of Logan D. So we launched the label with an event at Herbal in Shoreditch, East London. Little small intimate vibes, 200, 300 capacity. It went so well that we ended up following up with another 4 nights at Herbal. Then we went over to Bar Rumba, which is like Piccadilly Circus, central London, where we held my first birthday bash, X-Man's first birthday bash, and another 3 successful nights. 2011 was my first taste for music production. Went over to Magistrates and got in the studio with him, and we cooked up Carjacking. From 2012, me and Magistrate hooked up and done joint birthday bashes. The first one was at Bristol O2 Academy, and then we brought it back to London town at the O2, and it was the Indigo 2 venue, which we had some unforgettable nights there. In 2014 is when I met up with Dominator. We started getting in the studio, and the vibes in the studio with Dom were just unmatched. Like, I've never been able to find them vibes again with anyone. In those times, in those years, we done about 10 tracks, 2 Degrees remix, Ready or Not, Giant Killer Bees, Hooligan, Rumble, just to name a few. Rest in peace, Dominator. I will make sure that your music lives on forever. As a young kid, I used to be in the raves and be looking up at that big stage and dreaming that that would be me one day. And I'm just very, very grateful to be able to do what I wanted to do as a kid, which was a dream to me.